The SVG Rect element is used to draw rectangles inside of SVG images. And as you can see in the editor here on the left, a rect element has an X and a Y attribute, which specify the upper left corner of the rectangle, and it has a height and a width attribute, which specify the width and height of the rectangle. I've also set a stroke, which is the sets the color of the outline of the rectangle, and in this example here, it sets to a darker red. And I've set a fill of none. And when you look at the browser here and I refresh, and then you can see this is how this rectangle looks. Now, the rect element allows you to specify rounded corners, and you do so by setting an Rx and Ry attribute, which is the radius of the corners in the X and Y directions. And in this case, I make them the radius 10 in both directions, which means that the corners will be circular. Let's have a look here. You can see nice rounded circular corners. If I want the corners to be elliptic instead of circular, I can simply set the distance or the radius in one of these X or Y directions to a different number than the other. And now here, I've done that here, and now you can see the corners are nice and elliptic because the radius in the X direction is larger than in the Y direction. I can increase the width of the stroke using the stroke width style property. Here's how that looks. And I can make the stroke dashed using the stroke dash array like this. I set a dash of 5 and a dash of 10 and a space of 5. This is how it looks. And if I want more space between the dashes, I simply increase the space like this. Now you can see there's more space between the dashes. I can also fill the rectangle by setting the fill style property. I set it now to a brighter red, and you can see how that looks. And then I have also the chance to specify that the rectangle should be transparent. So let me just create a new rectangle, same size or width and height, but I move it down a little bit to the right. I use a dark blue. Let's remove the stroke width. We don't need that. And we don't need the stroke dash ray either. And with that, then we have a filling, and then we set the fill opacity. Opacity to 0.5, which means that the element will be semi-opaque. And you can see I set now a darker or a brighter red color as filling, and now I try with the blue instead. Have a look, blue and transparent. And you can see that the stroke is not transparent, but I can also set the stroke opacity to 0.5. And now you can see the stroke is also transparent. And this is pretty much what you can do with the SVG Rect element. So that's it.